Hi everyone, so I managed to get hold of an Xbox Series X and let me tell you, that wasn't fun. I pretty much just spent like 2 hours when Target and GameStop restocked just trying to get one from either site. Target failed, and then when GameStop restocked, I just spammed add to cart as often as I could, as much as I could, to the point where the website thought I was a robot, but it was just me trying to get a fucking Xbox. But we did it. So this video is just basically just gonna walk you through what owning an Xbox Series X is like, what I think of it, how nice it is, I guess. As I don't want this to be like a bougie, rub it in your face, like haha, I got an Xbox. You don't, you loser. But hi Zelda. But I figured it could be fun just to walk through like what the console's like and just pros and cons to it that I've noticed after fiddling around with it for like a week. And hi Zelda. Zelda is here too. Hey baby. She's gotten so big. Yeah. You gotten so big. You're a big kitty cat now. I love it. Trying to low-key talk my husband into getting a sibling for her because she has really bad separation anxiety. And I think it would do her a lot of good. So without further ado, let's begin the Xbox walkthrough. So here it is in its full glory. I haven't got it turned on right now because the controllers are charging at the moment, and that is one of the first things. First? It's hard to number one. First thing. Now, the control situation is actually something I do want to address. Is kind of, depending on how you look at it, a con to the Xbox Series X. So if you buy one from GameStop, they come with a pack of batteries. But when you do purchase a console, they don't give you any charging equipment. So you don't get a cord or anything to go with your controller or anything like that. You have to get that yourself separate. You need a Type-C charger, which I went out and purchased. They just got here today, so I have both controllers charging in various locations in this bedroom right now. And the charge is kind of slow and with that method. I did order a charge kit for the controllers, so that will come in at some point. So I did want to note that about the controller situation, because I went from the PS4 to the Xbox, so if you have a PS4 you know they don't have batteries. So going from that to this is a little jarring, so if you're not used to that or that hasn't crossed your mind, just be aware. Well, that was a big leap. So, controllers don't come with chargers. Be wary of that. You're going to probably have to fork out a little bit more money to get the charging situation sorted. Now we're going to talk about storage, because my main incentive for buying this console was, 1 terabyte worth of storage, which I download a lot of games, some big chunky games. I like a lot of storage. So, let's have a look at that. So this is what your storage situation would be looking like after the setup installation. You have about 802 gigs to do whatever you want with, and I've taken up about quite a lot as you can see. So this is pretty much what my situation is looking like. Of course I have Skyrim because I am still a whore for Skyrim. That's never ever going to change. My husband has downloaded, well, was in the process of downloading like all the Yakuza games, but as you can see, we ran out of space for all of them. So you can download quite a bunch of games, but also, like any other console, there's going to be a storage limit. I also currently have this controller charging, so at the moment you can just like plug it into a wall and then charge it like this, and then it will work on there, or you can plug it into this little crevice right there. But it's a very slow charge, and I would recommend buying a much longer cord than I did. So this is about 6 feet, so I would buy a 10-foot cord if I were y'all. So the storage situation is pretty good. I mean, it's not bad, it's not good, it's just what you come to expect with a console, It's not spectacular, but also it's not terrible. I'm personally not complaining at all. Now, one of the best things about the Xbox. I know a lot of people have said this, but it's definitely the Game Pass. I'm placing you there, so if you see the camera jostle a little bit, it's Zelda. We're down here now. Okay, you could be free. Zelda is not one that likes restraint. Girl, I am not even holding you down. You're just biting for the hell of it now. I swear, she loves me. She just doesn't like restraint. So like I said, one of the best things about the Xbox is definitely the Game Pass. I know that sounds cliche, and a bunch of other YouTubers and everyone and their mother has, you know, come to an agreement on to collectively as a group. But it's true. Apart from It Takes Two, every game that I have downloaded onto the Xbox right now, all from the Game Pass. All the Dragon Age games, apart from Inquisition. I haven't downloaded Inquisition because I wanted to replay Origins and Dragon Age 2. Fallout New Vegas and Jedi Fallen Order, Skyrim. The Yakuza games, all of them, Game Pass. We set up our Game Pass on the very last day of March, and if you sign on to have it like automated, so when it runs out, you know, it just turns over again and continues, then you get like an extra month off. So we're not going to get billed until the end of July, which is really nice. I never know what's going on with my hair. Yeah, I have a very messy fringe, but I kind of like the messy fringe, so that's what we're doing. Now I'm going to talk about something else, and that is cost. As you know, scalpers have made it really hard to get even a finger, not your hand, a finger, a single digit on your hand, like to make contact with an Xbox. It's really hard right now. We were looking for weeks and weeks after we got the stimmies, hoping that maybe at some point some place would get in stock somewhere. We even went into a GameStop and just like asked about it, and the woman at the counter literally told us, we haven't seen another console since Black Friday last year, and we honestly don't know when we're getting them back in, so it's very bad right now. Now, the specific bundle I got was worth, and I'm really sad to say, this amount of money, but if you just want a realistic idea of how much you'd be looking at, because a lot of the times you can't just get the console, you have to get a bundle with the console. You spent around about the $730 mark, and that was to get the console, an extra controller. It also came with a gift card for GameStop that you could use either online or in store. The Game Pass, of course, and then 2 games, so Hitman 3 and Assassin's Creed Valhalla. I haven't played either of them. One, because Assassin's Creed Valhalla is like 79 gigs, and that's a lot that I don't want to give up right now, because I could be using it for other things, like more Elder Scrolls games. And also I just don't really think Hitman 3 is interesting. I'm really sorry. It's not for me, you know? The way I actually got the Xbox was through following a couple of different Twitter accounts. I'll put the ads for them in this general vicinity, and whenever there was a change in the stock, whether it would be like Best Buy, Walmart, Target, GameStop, even fucking Sam's Club. Yeah, Sam's Club apparently did Xbox Series X sales for a little bit. Whenever there was like an update to the stock there, they'd tweet out, and you'd have to be really fast. Really fast. And I know that's not something everybody has time to do because of work, because of school, because of, you know, whatever you have going on, because not everybody has time to, you know, be right there when the moment happens. Both sadly and luckily for me, I've been unemployed, so I had time. So if you want to figure out how to get one yourself when those restocks come in, if you have the funds, I would check out those accounts because they were a really big help. Also, frame rate is really good. I've never really noticed like how, not meh, but how good the frame rate was on newer gen consoles until I started playing video games on that. For example, this is just some gameplay of the Outer Worlds that I managed to jimmy up onto here. And as you can see, it's very smooth. The loading screen is just like flawless. And then the actual gameplay itself characters, in the environment. It's all very seamless even. The loading times are also seamless. I tried Skyrim because Skyrim is known for its very, very long loading times. Barely lasted in those menus like longer than 10 seconds. I'd say the longest would be like 5 seconds. It was like that. And also the frame rate in Skyrim. Very, very nice. I am amazed. I mean, this game has had the lifespan of GTA 5 in terms of relevance on current and next-gen consoles, and it looks good. Now, one final thing I want to mention about the Xbox is streaming. What's streaming like on this thing? I personally have not done it yet. I know, shocking. You'd think I would have by now. But here's the downside. I figured I could just rig up my USB mic, you know, plug it into the console, I'd be good to go. But no, it has to be synced. So you have to fork out to either get an audio splitter or get a headset that's compatible with the Xbox, which does suck. However, I found that there are some really cool things that you can do with streaming through the Xbox. For example, the website Lightstream. You pay as little as like $7.99 a month to basically be able to make overlays on your computer that people like that have PC setups and use Streamlabs and OBS typically do, like all those fancy little overlays and pop-ups and shit and intermission screens. You can do all that, make them on your computer, and then use them while streaming from your Xbox. It also goes for PS4 and shit as well. It's very nice, and I plan on utilizing that to the fullest when I can stream. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm trying to figure out what kind of content I want to make when I come back. Of course I want to do gaming, but I also want to see what else I want to do. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this. I really hope this isn't like a braggy video, because I don't want to be that person. I want to brag and be like, haha, I have the latest tech. Fuck you, you plebeians or some shit. I just figured it could be fun to have a look at the console together. Anyway, this is Icefire signing off, and I'll see you introverts later next time on the channel. Have a lovely day / night wherever you are in the world, and I'll see you guys next time.